right, I want to see the fight between Ben Shapiro and Andrew Tate. I've been following it
because the Daily Wire certainly, you know, was quick to bring in Andrew for clicks and views, things of that nature. Many people believe or say that it was a softball interview. I don't know. I don't really, you know, watch a lot of Candace Owens, to be honest with you, but you know, this has been an interesting back and forth, obviously all stemming from Ben's very aggressive remarks. You know, Ben, of course, this may shock you to find out, is in fact Jewish, and so he's got some very strong opinions on what's going on right now between them and Palestine, or Hamas more specifically. And this is it's getting pretty spicy. And you know, as I mentioned, I want to mention today.
This is so gross. Taking this conflict and all of a sudden be like, but that brings me to my coffee company. Good time to promote that. Anyways, let's get down to the business here. Pentagon does not rule out special operation to rescue American citizens in Gaza. Sky News. Don't ever share disclose.tv, their conspiracy website. I warned about this yesterday. If Americans are taken hostage, the U.S. may send boots on the ground. Thanks, Tim. Yes, I'm sure you all saw Ben, what is it? How did he word it? I think I still have the tweet. Ben Shapiro tweeted in 2010, Israelis like to build, Arabs like to bomb crap and live in open sewage. This is not a difficult issue. Hashtag settlements rock. That was Ben Shapiro in 2010. And now Ben Shapiro today, when saying the UN Special Rapporteur for Human Rights in Palestine, we are horrified by what is happening. We call for a truce and they can fuck right off, says Ben Shapiro.
By what's happening, and we call. But, you know, I got to admit, my position remains as non-interventionist. But the more, you know, footage we're seeing, I think that if I were to pick a side, it's probably the one that isn't mowing down concert goers or removing the heads.
I was like, there it is. Yeah.
I understand Ben's emotional response. You know, seeing the things that we're seeing obviously is tough for a lot of people. I actually think long term, this is not a good thing for people to be consuming this kind of stuff on the regular.
But please buy my coffee as I upload a video and hope that you'll get into that clickbait mood. Andrew Tate says, Mr. Tough Guy, this is Ben Shapiro. Let me assure you, as someone who has done his own fighting as well as human trafficking, as opposed to excitedly encouraging others to do it for him, while sitting at home on a comfy chair, peace is always worth a conversation. I'm surprisingly restrained from Andrew Tate there.
In terms of, you know, on Twitter and other places, but that's a conversation for a different day. What I will say is peace is always worth a conversation. And it is, you see Nick Cersei.
Thanks, John Lennon. So where's the rest of this? Let me assure you, as someone who has not pimped women and bragged about it, that morality requires that those who rape women and kidnap children must be eradicated, not negotiated with. Ben, where was this when Andrew Tate went on to the Daily? Where was your protest back then? In fact, Ben, I remember watching a couple of your videos on Andrew Tate, saying now some of the stuff that he says I disagree with. I think you know, it's you know, obviously inflammatory and disgusting, but it is obviously admirable that someone is speaking out about positive masculinity, about returning to traditional masculine you know, gender norms between men and women. You know, everyone was singing Andrew Tate's praises. Meanwhile, Andrew Tate is basically on camera admitting to having sex with a 16-year-old, admitting in a secret recording that has been verified, to raping and strangling a woman. He has been given lectures on how to, courses online on how to human traffic people and how to garnish their wages. The man is absolutely disgusting in every single fucking way, shape, or form. But all of y'all were totally fine when it was a little bit of that gender ideology, you know, always promoting traditional masculinity. He is. Yeah. This is just a wonderful let them fight moment. Tristan Tate jumps in. A Jewish man speaking of eradication of a race of people. 2023 is a scary time to be alive. I wonder how many women and kids are soon to be obliterated, kidnapped, or raped. Anybody? My guess is zero. This is nihilistic and evil. Wow. Yeah, I'm only sure men who fight for Hamas die in the airstrikes. You're praising the footage on the ground. So this is the wise. You've changed your tune. 22 hours. You literally forget what you post. Then Ben fights back on Tristan, saying either you are stupid or you are morally illiterate. Hamas literally hides behind civilians. They are currently texting civilians and telling them not to leave target areas. They put their military headquarters under a hospital. Sources, Ben, anything to back this up? Jeremy Boring, being a professional fighter in no way compares to fighting for your life in war, you poser piece of shit. Damn. Jeremy Boring jumps in. By the way, let them all fight. All these people are wretches and horrible of the highest order. Every single one of them. Let them all fight. Could not see a more miserable, ghoulish collection of individuals all battling each other publicly online. Not to mention, again, deeply, deeply embarrassing for Jeremy Boring, as well as Ben Shapiro, because, yeah, all of y'all are completely fine with Andrew Tate until Andrew Tate suddenly is opposing you in a discussion. Then it's suddenly a problem, right? You poser piece of shit. You played a sport. Good for you. Stop insinuating. Insinuating? Oh, you did say insinuating. I thought you meant to say, like, instigating. But okay. Stop insinuating yourself into the company of those better than either of us who have fought in real battles. Sorry, is Jeremy Boring an ex-service member or something? Jeremy Boring. Sure, if he's served in the military, it'll be on his Wikipedia. Jeremy Daniel Boring is an American screenwriter, director, producer, and political commentator. He was a member of the Coattails Entertainment, a production company with Kurt Schemper, Joel David Moore, Zachary Levy from 2006 to 2010. Boring was the producer and co-writer of the 2007 horror film Spiral, really, as well as Jeff Mizuma's 2009 comedy Etienne. After disillusion with Coattails, Boring co-founded the independent film studio Declaration Entertainment with Bill Whittle. He was also a guest columnist for the conservative websites Big Hollywood and Newsbusters, and is a founder, contributor, and co-chief executive officer at the website The Daily Wire. Born in Slayton, Texas, to a Christian family, Boring started his career at a local historic regional theater, writer-producer, but then he joined the military, right? Boring met future writing partner Joel David Moore, friend of a friend. Boring made it into LA, started working in film, but then he joined the military. His first job in Hollywood was with Zachary Levy, another friend from Lubbock, blah, blah, blah. 2006, he joined Kurt Schemper, Joel David Moore, Zachary Levy to form Coattails. He, blah, blah, blah. Boring and Ben Shapiro founded the conservative U.S. media watchdog activist organization Truth Revolt. 2015, Boring and Shapiro founded the Daily Wire, and then he's been working there since. Does not seem that he's a service member. Interesting. So what do you mean by fought in real battles? Oh, do you mean in the meme wars? Oh, in the meme wars. Oh, yes, as a fellow veteran. I mean, we've all been battling it out in the meme wars. Yeah, oh, that's what that is. Got it. And trying to have conversations about peace with the woman raping, child murdering Hamas terrorists who started this. What a joke. Being a professional fighter is closer to a battle than you've ever been. Andrew clearly has communicated his stance on the issues. You haven't heard it, obviously. What have you done more than Andrew to help anyone in these attacks? Being a professional fighter is about as close to war as being in a two-story building is to being an astronaut. Tristan said this: I called for those who rape women and kidnap children to be eradicated. So not only are you immoral, you're apparently illiterate. Oh man, kept going. All the worst people you know are fighting. Yeah, I'm sure only men who fight in Hamas die in the airstrikes are praising. The footage from the ground, we saw that already. Was there more? Either you are stupid or you are morally illiterate. Hamas literally hides behind civilians. They're currently texting. Yeah, we already read this one. He's just going back. I think this is as far as the battle went.
The message, but I would argue that, you know, considering peace, even at the worst times, is still a good decision. I'm not sure why Jeremy Boring is getting involved in this. Not really his fight either, but, you know, he's Ben's friend, so he probably thinks that's that. It's going to be interesting to see all this play out. Certainly, I hope that by the end of the day, all this crap is over there. But,
okay. Interesting stuff.
Do you enjoy the Serfs, but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free. Just like the podcast.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This show is produced by amazing people like you, and if you want to help us out, please consider donating over at patreon.com/theserfs. The show is made possible thanks to Amazing Fletch, Anna Loves Riley, Ariane McCarthy, Cheryl Alvarez, Doug Katie, Everything Important, Hagbard Celine, Laminia Panza, Matthew Scarborough, Multimondi, Omni, Peanut Butter Blondie, Political Pappy, Quiet 185, Rachel K, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Ruby K, Sir Nickus, Spinach Monster, Stellar Vision, Sebastian Demo, Tech Tink, Trevbot EXE, Words Greenwood, and not to mention all of the amazing and fabulous people you now see before you.